Hey everybody, welcome to Hidden Horror. How are you guys doing today? So today I am here. I want to ask you a question. Do you remember last year in 2025 when Judge Steven Hippler requested that the defense team file a request for an investigation into the leak. And what ended up happening, the defense team, excuse me, he didn't ask the defense team to file a request. He actually asked the prosecution to file a request to look into the leak, but the defense team is the party that actually filed the request. So time has gone on. Bryan Kohberger, he pleaded guilty in July of 2025. And we kind of forgot about the leak, right? Where did all of this information get out to the public? It was allegedly in the Dateline special, and no one has really said a lot about it. So I wanted to bring this back up to your memory because this is still important, especially with Bryan Kohberger now back in court, putting in a petition to withdraw his guilty plea, and we still don't know who are the sources of the leaks of the evidence, the video, the pictures, things that only court staff, the attorneys would have access to. That type of evidence, it wasn't available to the public. So let's go back. I want to show you a quick video, about a 1 minute video, and then we will go into an article. Okay, so let me share my screen here. This video is provided by Idaho News on Demand. It's titled Judge Orders Probe into Who Leaked Unreleased Details in Kohberger Case. It wasn't just details, it was evidence. Okay. But let's go. It's 1 minute.
Good evening. New at 5:30, a ruling after today's pretrial hearing in the case against Bryan Kohberger. It comes after an episode of Dateline that aired previously undisclosed information in this case. In the ruling, Judge Steven Hippler says the information must have come from someone currently or formerly involved in law enforcement or the prosecution of this case. He's ordering the prosecution to compile a complete list of everyone who has had access to the details of this case. A gag order was issued early on in the case against Bryan Kohberger, the man accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students in their off-campus home. That covers all members of law enforcement, the prosecution, those affiliated with this case, and even the victims' families. Judge Hippler says the leak could severely impact the ability to seat an impartial jury.
Okay.
On November 13th, 2022, these 4 universities.
Okay. So that was the quick video, and now I want to go to the article. This article is provided by foxnews.com. It's titled Idaho Murders Evidence Leak Triggers Criminal Investigation for Insider Who Spilled Secrets Report. This was dated May 6, 2026. The writers are Adam Sabes, Michael Ruiz, and it reads as follows. A criminal investigation regarding leaks that violated a gag order in the murder case against Bryan Kohberger was opened and remains ongoing after it was referred to law enforcement, according to a report. The criminal investigation is focusing on the possible source of an alleged leak to NBC's Dateline, which produced an episode on the murders with information that was known to the public, sources told the Idaho Statesman. An investigator with the Ada County Sheriff's Office, the agency probing the source of the leak, asked for interviews with people who had access to digital files that appeared in a May 2025 episode about the murders, the outlet reported. Brent Turvey, a forensic scientist who was working with Kohberger's defense team, told Fox News Digital he has been asked twice for an interview by investigators. A detective with the Ada County Sheriff's Office reached out to me twice for an interview, stating that he was tasked with investigating the NBC leak. And Taylor also gave me permission via email to speak with law enforcement just over a month after they first reached out to me by phone and email. Turvey said, so yes, they are investigating her office for related criminal charges. Cyray, a digital forensics expert and former police officer who also worked for Kohberger's defense team, told the Statesman he has spoken with investigators looking into the alleged leak more than once. It's probably the most expensive misdemeanor case in the history of Ada County, Ray said. Trying to investigate this was probably tough. One sheriff's office investigator reached out in April to an attorney for two of the victims' families, according to the statesman. An administrative investigation by the court into the leaks was conducted last summer. The May 2025 Dateline episode included surveillance video from near the home where 4 University of Idaho students were killed, pictures from Kohberger's phone, and specifics about the crime. FBI cell phone tower data obtained by Dateline allegedly showed that Kohberger's cell phone pinged nearly a dozen times to a tower that provides coverage to an area within 100 feet of 1122 King Road, where the 4 University of Idaho students were killed. The alleged late-night drives took place starting in July of 2022 and continued through mid-August of 2022. The Dateline special also reported that a white Hyundai Elantra resembling Kohberger's was seen turning onto King Road several times in the early morning hours of November 13, 2022, when the murders occurred. Kohberger pleaded guilty to the murders of Ethan Chapin, Madison Mogen, Xana Cornodo, and Kaylee Goncalves in a July 2nd, 2025, in a deal that took the death penalty off the table. The 4 University of Idaho students were found dead November 13, 2022, at their house in Moscow, Idaho, located near campus. Steve Goncalves, the father of Kaylee Goncalves, said the Dateline leaks helped the move toward a plea deal, which he was against and supports the criminal investigation. They're working on figuring this out, and hopefully they have more than they're letting on, he told the Statesman. I think it did cost us. It definitely took the focus off the trial and seating a jury. Fox News Digital reached out to Taylor, the Ada County Sheriff's Office, and the Latah County Prosecutor's Office for comment, but I'm sure they didn't get one. Okay, so I just wanted to bring that back to your remembrance, that the investigation that Judge Steven Hippler ordered, that it is ongoing. Hopefully there is a result, some type of conclusion that will show who leaked all of this evidence. It had to be someone that either had access or was given the evidence. So thank you for spending this time with me. I really, really appreciate it. I want you to stay safe, stay smart, stay savvy. Be well, all my friends. Bye, everybody. Okay.